What if I told you that anger might be one of your most valuable emotions? Seriously, what if everything you thought about anger being bad or dangerous is only half the story? We've all heard, keep calm, don't lose your temper, never let anger get the best of you. But what if, just maybe, anger is trying to help you not sabotage you? Stick around because what you discover today might just flip your view of anger upside down. Let's rewind to a moment everyone knows. Imagine you're driving to an important meeting. You left home early, playlist on, feeling good. Suddenly, someone cuts you off, close enough that you hit the brakes hard. Your heart pounds, your hands grip the wheel. You can feel the heat rising in your cheeks. Most people would say, "Whoa, chill out, it's just traffic." But what if that flash of anger is actually your brain's way of saying something important is at stake? Here's where things get really interesting.
Did you know that anger is one of the oldest survival tools in the human brain? When you get angry, it's not random. It's not weakness. It's your mind detecting a threat to something you value, your safety, your time, your sense of fairness. Scientists call this approach motivation. Unlike fear, which makes you want to escape, anger makes you want to confront. It's your brain's way of saying, this matters. This needs to change. Ever notice how when you're angry, you suddenly feel more focused? That's not just adrenaline. It's norepinephrine, your body's own rocket fuel for action. But here's the twist. Anger doesn't just protect. Sometimes it transforms.
Maybe you're not a yeller. Maybe you're the type who bottles things up. You let little things slide, someone taking credit for your work, a friend always canceling plans, a family member making that same old joke. You tell yourself, it's fine, I'm not angry. But those little drops of irritation, they pool together like water behind a dam. And one day, a tiny crack forms, and the flood comes rushing out. Sound familiar? That's your anger pointing at boundaries you didn't even know you had. Here's a fact that surprises almost everyone. Studies show that people in a mildly angry mood actually solve problems better than people who feel neutral or even happy. Why? Because anger tells your brain, don't just accept things, find a way to fix them. It's like when you get so fed up with a messy room that you finally clean it top to bottom. Or you're so frustrated with the broken system at work, you invent a better one. Some of the world's greatest inventions were born out of frustration, aka productive anger. But that's not even the most unexpected part. Wait, anger helps relationships? That's right. Research shows that couples who express anger constructively, who can say, I'm upset because I care about us, actually have stronger, longer-lasting relationships than couples who bottle things up. Think about it. When someone's angry with you, it means they care enough to want things to improve. The real danger? When anger disappears completely. That's often a sign someone's given up. But there's a catch. Anger only helps when it's expressed with respect, not as a weapon. Of course, anger can turn toxic. When it's used to hurt, to control, to punish, it destroys trust and connection. The difference? Destructive anger asks, who needs to pay? Constructive anger asks, what needs to change? Which one are you feeding? Let's zoom out. Every major movement for justice started with people who got angry about unfair laws, discrimination, inequality, the civil rights movement, women's suffrage, environmental activism. Anger, when channeled, becomes determination. It's the energy that turns someone should do something into I will do something. Your anger is a compass pointing toward what matters most to you. So, how do we turn anger from a wrecking ball into a building tool? Here's a simple process. 1. Pause and notice. When you feel anger rising, don't shove it down. Don't explode either. Just pause. Ask yourself, what is this anger trying to protect? 2. Name the value. Is it respect? Fairness? Your time? Naming it helps you see anger as information, not just emotion. 3. Channel the energy. Use that surge for something constructive. Write a clear email, set a boundary, start a project. Let anger be the spark, not the wildfire. 4. Communicate, don't accuse. Instead of you always, try I feel angry when because I care about. This opens the door to solutions, not blame. Let me tell you about Maya. She was always the nice one, never raised her voice, always said yes. But inside, she was exhausted and resentful. One day, after being passed over for a promotion again, she felt a wave of anger she couldn't ignore. Instead of swallowing it, she sat down and wrote in her journal, "I'm angry because I deserve better." That clarity pushed her to have a direct conversation with her boss. A month later, she got the promotion and more respect from her team. Her anger didn't make her mean, it made her honest. So, what if the next time you feel anger, you don't run from it? What if you listen to what it's trying to tell you? Anger is like fire, dangerous if uncontrolled, but life-giving when harnessed. It's not a flaw, it's a signal. A sign you still care, a sign you still believe things can be better. And that's powerful. Here's your challenge for today. Think of one thing that's been making you angry lately. Maybe it's something small you keep brushing aside, or maybe it's something big you've been avoiding. Instead of pushing it down, pause and ask yourself, what value is this anger protecting? Is it your time, your boundaries, your sense of fairness? Once you see what's underneath, take one small action. It could be sending that message you've been holding back, having a real conversation, or finally setting a boundary you need. Let your anger be the spark that moves you forward, not the wildfire that burns things down. If today's insights helped you see anger in a new light, hit that subscribe button for more surprising truths about emotions and psychology. Here, we believe every feeling, yes, even anger, can be fuel for growth, not something to fear or hide. Share in the comments, what's one thing your anger has been trying to tell you? I read every single one, and your story might inspire someone else in this community. Remember, your emotions aren't your enemies. They're guides, pointing you toward what matters most. Let's keep moving forward. One insight, one action, one day at a time. See you in the next video.